I'm about to break down the exact trade that made me $31,000 in a single session. And before you think it's another one of those, oh, look at my big win videos, it's not. Most traders watching this have hit a big win before. The problem is that you can't do it consistently. You hit one really good trade and then you give it all back the next day. You know what to look for, but you don't know how to execute with discipline when it actually shows up. So in today's video, I'm walking you through this exact trade because the psychology, the patience, and the execution behind a trade like this is exactly what separates traders who stay funded and those who keep failing challenges. And by the end of this video, you'll see the exact breakdown of how I identified this exact setup, why I took it, and how I manage it from entry to exit. All right, so jumping onto the charts here, I'm going to explain why I took this trade and why it was a pretty high quality trade. So obviously last week was a bearish week. We had a Monday high of week profile, meaning that the high of week was formed on Monday and the rest of the week was just bearish. So I was very conflicted because all of the higher time frames, like the structure specifically on the weekly, daily, and all that, was bullish up until Thursday. Now, once Thursday closed below this gap over here that we had formed, I think the previous week, that confirmed a bearish bias, and that confirmed that price was going to come down to these lows. Now, this is when all my higher time frames were telling me that we were going to go lower. That's why it made this setup or trade very high probability in my opinion. Now, coming into Friday, we just had consolidation throughout the overnight sessions. Now, if we start zooming into the 15-minute chart, you will see here coming into market open, we were consolidating right around here at this 15-minute fair value gap that formed after sweeping out these lows. So if we wanted to go lower, I wanted to see this fair value gap, this specific one right here, hold and drop into both of these levels right here, which are sell side levels, which were those lows right over here to the left. Now, if we go back to the 15-minute chart, you'll see once the market opened, we ended up immediately dumping and taking out that level. Now, that is where I got out. So if we zoom into the 1-minute time frame, and I will show you guys here in the journal, this was the entry here. Okay, so if I go to the 1-minute chart, and I'm not sure why my TradeZella is bugging out with the colors, but I ended up executing with 2 minis on these fresh alpha funded accounts. And I ended up executing on this 1-minute fair value gap that formed at 9:30. Now, I'm well aware this wasn't the first presented fair value gap that ICT teaches. However, I really like this setup because if we open up the chart for YM on this day right here, you see here at 9:29, we ended up pushing higher and sweeping out this high right here. So that gave me a bearish SMT. And I really like that here at going into 9:30. I was really confident that this 9:30 fair value gap was going to hold because of the SMT that was formed with YM. I see a lot of people not using the YM chart for SMTs, and it's very important that you guys do because that could be the missing piece. If you just are using ES and NQ for SMTs, please use YM. It's a total game changer, and that's a big reason on why I ended up executing this trade. And I'll break down the other reason on why I executed this trade as well. Now, if we go back to TradeZella, you will see here on the 15-minute time frame that we actually had a range. It's just like the range that I teach you guys, right? So we were just ranging in the 7:45 15-minute candle. You notice how we never closed a body above this high all throughout and up until 9:30. 9:30 ended up dropping, taking this low out. And again, if we go to the 1-minute time frame, just like I've been teaching you guys with my flow state V2 model and with the important fair value gaps, right? The fair value gaps that break lows. This should hold if we want to go lower. Now, again, remember at the beginning of the video when I said all of the higher time frames are showing us that we want to drop to those lows, to that sell side level. So from here on this 1-minute fair value gap that broke this low with this 15-minute range, this needs to hold combined with the fact that we have an SMT with YM, meaning that YM swept out these highs up here and NQ did not. So NQ is the weaker pair out of the trilux of the indexes, right? Out of ES, NQ, and YM, NQ is the weakest one. This should hold this fair value gap that broke the low, and we should drop into that sell side level. And that's where I ended up exiting here for a majority and the bulk of this day. It was about 4,300 on 3 accounts, and I actually took a second trade to complete the bulk of this day. Now, I did take some scalp trades here and there to complete like another $1,000, but I just want to go over the majority of this trading day that amounted up to 10,300 for each account. By the way, if you want to learn exactly how to identify and execute high probability setups like this consistently and get funded, click the first link in the description to learn more. All right, so jumping back here into my TradeZella, this is the second trade that I ended up taking for the day. As you guys can see, it was above a 2R, and I executed again for 2 minis. So I kept the size consistent because we're really volatile this day on Friday. Again, if I just go back to the chart on NQ, that final TP, the last sell side all the way down here, that was my main TP, because if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that is a swing low right there, and we were displacing towards that swing low. Okay, so that is also a daily low right there. So I wanted to aim for that right there. And if we just fast forward this here by a few candles here, you can see that we form a 15-minute fair value gap. And here is the trick about this day. We never actually hit that 15-minute fair value gap. We actually hit it on ES. So we had a bearish SMT on ES. So if you guys see here, this is the exact area where ES actually ended up hitting this bearish fair value gap and NQ did not. And that's perfectly fine. Even if NQ forms perfect equal highs like that, if one of these assets ended up sweeping liquidity and NQ did not, thus making a lower high or equal highs, that is still considered an SMT divergence, which means that NQ is the weaker pair and I want to execute on NQ if I am short biased, which I actually did. And if we just look at YM as well, at the same time that ES ended up tapping into its little fair value gap, YM actually ended up sweeping out these highs up here on NQ on its YM chart. So we ended up sweeping out those highs, giving us another bearish SMT. Okay, and this fit the context of the day because all the higher time frames are telling us we want to go lower. So if we come back to my TradeZella, you can see where I executed here. I didn't get in up here on the setup because I wanted to wait for more confirmation because we had a 5-minute bullish fair value gap and we ended up just dropping lower. So if I zoom in here, you can see that we formed a 1-minute gap and I ended up executing here at the opening of this candle. So we formed this 1-minute gap. I had my stop loss up here for a little bit of breathing room in case I wanted to wick up and tap the high of this candle, because when I execute on fair value gaps, guys, I always tend to put my stop loss above the candle's high that formed the fair value gap in a bearish example, but I wanted to give it a little more breathing room in case it did do that, and it did wake up. It just didn't hit the high of this candle. So ended up executing there, and then I ended up holding my trade all the way down into that last bit of sell side, that higher time frame sell side, all the way down here at about 804, 24,804. If we go back over here, you'll see 24,802 was my exit. So once that got hit, I was done for the day. Yes, I took a few little scalps off like 1-minute order blocks, 1-minute fair value gaps that amounted up to another $1,000, but the bulk of the day came from these two trades from my main setup, which was posted last week. So if you guys want to learn my strategy that makes me $2,000 every single morning, go watch my previous video. So the really important part of this trading day, in my opinion, like the lessons that somebody could learn from this is, first off, at least in my opinion, you need to derive all of your trading ideas from the higher time frame. So last week specifically, I did have a hard time at the start of the week trying to identify where the market wanted to go. Did we want to come and fill this new week opening gap from the previous week? We did, but I was really thinking we were going to push up to all-time highs. Okay, that did not happen. We ended up closing back below this gap here on Thursday, and that confirmed to me from the 4-hour to the daily to the weekly that we were going to head lower to these lows right here on Friday because of the weakness that we had around this gap. I was thinking we were going to fill it and then start pushing up higher. We did not do that. So I just ended up waiting on Thursday, didn't execute on Thursday, and I wanted to wait for Friday. So once we waited for Friday and once we got this dump going into pre-market and this 15-minute gap that formed after sweeping this low, I was very confident because we were very close to this draw on liquidity, these two sell side levels, very close to the draw. So I was very confident that we were going to drop into that on Friday because all of the higher time frames were agreeing to go lower. Versus if you go look at Monday, if you go look at Tuesday, if you go look at Wednesday, all of these days weren't really agreeing to go higher or lower. Tuesday, yes. Wednesday came all the way back up, and then Thursday looked like it was going to go higher, but then we ended up just massively dropping on Thursday. And Friday set us up for a really, really good trading day, which again netted me $31,000 across 3 alpha funded accounts off a $1,500 investment. This is why having a plan and predefined TP targets can really help you hold the trades or take another trade because you're so confident, because all of the higher time frames, all of the time frames are telling you it wants to go in one direction. So this is where my accounts are sitting at now, very close to $170,000. So I'm up $20,000 almost on 3 alpha funded accounts, meaning I can withdraw $30,000 cold hard cash that's going to hit my bank over this weekend. A lot of times when traders hit a really big day like this, they will just start to go back into the market trying to scalp every single trading opportunity, but that's not the way to go about this, guys. You guys need to stay disciplined. The way to stay disciplined is literally going back into this area here on the Project X platform, which is Alpha Ticks, clicking this little minimum lockout, click all day and just lock me out. That's all you guys need to do. Look, Boom, 2 presses. You go up to here and then you lock out. That's literally what I did on that day. I went up there, locked out, because I already know when you hit a big day like this, most traders feel unstoppable. They feel super confident. They want to over leverage, over trade. I even felt like that on that day. And that's definitely not what you guys want to end up doing. You guys just want to lock out and be done, walk away, go on about your day. You just hit a massive day. Why are you trying to scalp and put on risk on every little trade setup? It just doesn't make sense. That's how I made a little over $31,000 in a single trading day. It wasn't luck, it wasn't random, it was simply preparation meeting opportunity. And most traders will never hit a trade like this because they just simply do not have the patience to wait for the right setup just like this, or the discipline to hold it when it actually shows up. If you've been stuck failing prop firm challenges, or you're tired of being inconsistent, my mentorship program actually guarantees you'll be funded in 10 weeks or less with the same patience and execution you just saw in this video. No flashy bullshit, just real raw education from somebody who's actually funded and actually getting payouts. Click the first link in the description if you guys are interested to learn more, and I'll see you over there.